There is a bird that uses traffic lights to crack open nuts. It drops the nut in traffic, then waits at the crosswalk signal before retrieving it. Its name is the crow, and what it is capable of will redefine what you believe about animal minds. The crow belongs to the family Corvidae, distributed across every continent except Antarctica, from Arctic tundra to tropical coastlines, from mountain forest to city rooftop. The species studied most extensively is the carrion crow, Corvus corone, now formally recognized as a model organism in cognitive neuroscience. Brain-to-body ratio. The crow rivals the great apes. Inside that skull is the nidopallium caudolaterale, the crow's equivalent of the human prefrontal cortex. This region did not evolve from the mammalian neocortex. It evolved completely independently. Two completely separate lineages, 320 million years apart, independently arriving at the same intelligence. This is called convergent evolution, and the crow is its most dramatic living proof, the intelligence of a 7-year-old child. That is the benchmark researchers now use when measuring crow cognitive ability. To prove it, researchers used the Aesop's Fable water displacement test. Drop stones into the cylinder, raise the water level, reach the floating food. 7 to 10-year-old children passed this test. The crows passed it on the first attempt. But raw intelligence is only the beginning. What crows do with that intelligence will challenge everything you think you know. Crows are among the very few animals confirmed to manufacture compound tools, combining separate parts into a single functioning instrument. In a landmark 2018 Nature study, a crow named Mango assembled a 4-part compound tool, a feat never before observed in any non-human animal. The crow did not learn by watching. It reasoned through the problem independently on its first attempt. New Caledonian crows, Corvus, moneguloids, are endemic to the South Pacific island of New Caledonia, the most prolific tool-using birds on Earth. Their tools are not crude sticks. They craft hooks, barbed probes, and J-shaped palm frond spears. Each tool is specifically engineered for a different prey type. Some individuals store their best tools for future use, hiding them, then returning to retrieve them. This is future planning, a cognitive act once considered exclusively human. Tool use in crows activates entirely different neural circuits than in non-tool using birds. Experienced crow brains shift from sensory processing to motor control, mirroring the neural pattern of expert human craftsmen. Now consider this. Crows recognize individual human faces, and they hold grudges. For years, in a University of Washington study, researchers trapped crows while wearing a caveman mask. 3 years later, having done nothing since, 66% of local crows scolded researchers on sight, including crows that had never been trapped themselves. They had learned the face from others. The grudge became communal, shared knowledge, social memory. Crows live in complex, multi-generational family groups. Young crows stay with their parents for up to 5 years, learning every day. Crow communication is not noise. It is a structured system with at least 250 distinct vocalizations cataloged, varying precisely by context. Beyond sound, crows use chemical signals, pheromone-like secretions from the uropygial gland, whose role in crow social communication remains actively studied by researchers today. Now, the behavior that disturbed scientists most. When a crow dies, the others gather. Scientists initially called it a funeral. They were wrong, but not entirely. University of Washington researcher Kelly Swift spent years studying these gatherings. Her conclusion: the crows are conducting threat assessments, not mourning. By examining where and how a fellow crow died, they build threat maps of their environment. That threat data is then shared with offspring and neighbors, persisting for generations. The hippocampus lights up intensely in crows when they encounter a dead crow near a human. The gathered crowd is not grief. It is a living threat database. Now, the question that divided the scientific world. Are crows conscious? In 2020, a study published in Science reported the first direct evidence of sensory consciousness in a crow. Sensory consciousness, the ability to hold a subjective experience in mind even after the stimulus is gone. The crow does not just react to the world, it perceives it. Self-awareness. The mirror test. Only humans, great apes, dolphins, elephants, and crows have passed it. When a mark was placed on the crow's body, visible only through a mirror, the crow attempted to remove it, recognizing the reflection as itself. A brain the size of a walnut, no cerebral cortex, no neocortex, and it passes anyway. Spatial memory. Crows cache thousands of food items each season. They remember not just where, but when each item was buried and whether it may have spoiled. This episodic-like memory, what, where, and when, was considered uniquely human. When watched by another crow while caching food, the crow waits. Then secretly moves the cache when the observer leaves. Only a creature that understands deception can practice deception. This is not instinct. It is theory of mind, knowing that others have different knowledge than you. Crows have been observed making gifts. Urban crows fed regularly by humans have left objects at feeding sites. Bottle caps, polished glass, shiny metal. A Seattle girl named Gabby Mann began feeding crows at age 4. By age 8, the crows delivered gifts in return. This reciprocal exchange suggests social bonding that exceeds transactional behavior. A crow flock is called a murder, and the name reflects something real. Crows mob predators with coordinated aggression, hawks, owls, and eagles. Mobbing behavior is culturally taught. Young crows observe adults and learn which species are threats. Here is something that reframes everything. Crows play, deliberately, apparently for the pure experience of it. Crows have been filmed repeatedly sliding down rooftops, climbing back up, then sliding again. No food reward, no survival purpose. Play is a marker of advanced cognition. The crow's play is evidence of a brain running at surplus. Now, the crow's senses. That black eye is doing far more than you can imagine. Crows are tetrachromats. They see 4 color channels, including ultraviolet light invisible to humans. The world the crow sees does not exist for us. Crows can identify individual human faces from over 100 meters, with greater reliability than many facial recognition systems. Their auditory cortex maps sound spatially, allowing crows to locate prey beneath snow or soil by sound alone. The crow's beak contains mechanoreceptors that detect vibration, texture, and pressure at a resolution comparable to human fingertip touch. The crow also has a third eyelid, the nictitating membrane, sweeping across the eye mid-flight to clean and protect it. The crow processes all this sensory input simultaneously, a parallel architecture neuroscience is still mapping. Now, ecology. The carrion crow inhabits an extraordinary range from Arctic coastlines to subtropical cities, from agricultural fields to mountain forests. As omnivores, crows fill a critical ecological niche: scavenger, seed disperser, insect controller. Crow droppings contain nitrogen and partially digested seeds, measurably contributing to soil microbiome regeneration. Corvid seed caching has regenerated entire oak forests. Millions of trees standing today were planted by birds. Crows also carry pathogens across large territories. West Nile virus outbreaks in North America were tracked partly through crow mortality. Paradoxically, crow population monitoring is now a primary early warning system for emerging zoonotic diseases. The IUCN lists most crow species as least concern, but one species tells a darker story. The Hawaiian crow, Corvus hawaiiensis, the alala, is now extinct in the wild. The last wild individual disappeared in 2002. A captive breeding program is the species' only lifeline. Climate change is reshaping crow distribution globally. Some species expanding, others facing new pressures. Now, behind the camera. How do researchers study an animal this intelligent, this suspicious, this aware? Infrared thermal imaging cameras allow researchers to observe roosting behavior without disturbing the birds. GPS microtransmitters weighing less than 3 grams track individual crows across territories spanning hundreds of kilometers. Ultrasonic microphone arrays capture the full spectrum of crow vocalizations, including frequencies beyond human hearing. The crow does not sleep deeply. It practices unihemispheric slow-wave sleep. One eye open, one brain hemisphere alert at all times. Large roost sites hold tens of thousands of individuals, not random gatherings, but information exchanges. Younger birds follow experienced crows to food sources discovered the day before, using the roost as a nightly information market. The crow-pair bond is monogamous and lifelong, reinforced through mutual preening and coordinated territory defense. The female lays 3 to 9 eggs per clutch. Both parents incubate and provision the chicks, a cooperative arrangement rare in the bird world. Crow chicks fledge at around 35 days, but remain dependent on parents for months, learning through direct observation. In the wild, crows live 7 to 8 years. In captivity, up to 20. The longer they live, the more they know. An old crow is not just an old bird. It is a living archive, carrying decades of threat maps, individual faces, and social alliances. In experimental settings, crows pass delayed gratification tests, choosing to wait for a better reward rather than taking an immediate, lesser one. Crows understand causality. When shown that a stick in one hole causes food to drop from another, they search the exit, not the entry. Every test designed to find the boundary of crow cognition has returned the same result. The boundary keeps moving. The common ancestor of crows and humans lived 320 million years ago. Before dinosaurs walked the Earth, intelligence evolved twice, independently, on the same planet, under the same pressures of survival. The crow has no hands, no opposable thumb, no neocortex, and yet it builds, plans, deceives, remembers, plays, and perhaps feels. The question is not whether the crow is intelligent. The question, the one that keeps researchers awake, is how much of what we call uniquely human is not human at all. Every time we draw a line between human and animal minds, the crow crosses it, and it is still here, still watching, still remembering your face. The data in this film can be verified through Google Scholar, PubMed, the IUCN Red List, and Smithsonian National Zoo. Every claim about this bird has a source. Corvus, corone, the feathered primate, the toolmaker, the grudge holder, the gift giver, the player, the mind that evolution built twice, and that is still becoming.